All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing a beer from the Nightmare Brewing Company, and they are a gypsy brewery that is headquartered in Farmingdale, New York, and this is their Colombian Necktie. So they're calling this one a Gose that is aged on mangoes with Lulo, Soursop, and Colombian lime zest. It comes in at 7.2% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. Don't know exactly how old this can is, and that's because it does not have a can on date, but this beer was sent to me by a good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Alex. So thank you very much, Alex. I truly do appreciate it. I'll post a link in the description box to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies that Alex sent my way. This is actually the last of the beers he sent to me. And yeah, I kind of saved the best for last, maybe. I don't know. Maybe the most interesting, but I kind of waited on this one, and then, you know, a bunch of medical and personal issues and stuff over the last 3 or 4 months. So this is a bit older than I would have liked to review it, but, you know, life happens. Alex sent me the beer mail back in March at the time of review. That was about 4 months ago. So again, this does not have a can on date, so I'm going to say this is at least 4 months old, probably closer to 6, maybe even older. I have no idea, but I do appreciate Alex sending it to me, and I am sorry that I didn't get to this one sooner, but it is a Gose with those fruits. I think we should be okay. It's not like a hop forward beer or something crazy. Now, when it comes to Nightmare, we do get distro here in the West New York area. I have not seen this beer, but I've seen other beers from them. I forget if this is like a side project of a brewer from a New York brewery. I forget which New York brewery. If somebody remembers, post in the comment section. But this is like the side project. And yeah, they've released a bunch of stuff. I've heard some really good things about them. And yeah, I'm really excited to give this one a go because there's a lot of stuff going on. I've never had a beer with these 4 ingredients in it for sure. Now, you might be asking yourself, why is it already poured? Well, the can felt tight, and I thought with all those fruits and whatnot, who knows, maybe it will gush and explode. I cracked it open, it gushed a bit. So I'm glad I didn't. It would have probably messed up my reviewing area. So I already poured it. I have not tasted it, but I did smell it, and it smells kind of weird. So yeah, the artwork is just, that's fucking crazy. That artwork, I'm not gonna say much more about it. It's just fucking crazy. So anyway, and the artwork is kind of, you know, when it comes to Nightmare, like a lot of their cans are pretty awesome, but that one just, it's kind of scary. Anyway, so this pours out this really deep orange, just kind of looks like a juice of some sort. The only thing letting me know it's not a juice is I see a lot of carbonation. Had about a finger of this bright white head that fizzled away because the carbonation was quite high. But yeah, I mean, that looks kind of like a Gose. Yeah, so I can smell the lime zest. I can smell the mangoes. Lulo and Soursop, I have never actually consumed them or have had them or anything, know anything about them really. I've had Soursop in a couple beers, Lulo, no. But definitely you can smell the lime zest. It has a salinity too from the Gose base. A little bit of like a crackery, grainy kind of base to the beer. It smells like it's going to be super refreshing. I mean, it doesn't have huge aromatics. Again, I didn't leave a lot for my schnoz to get in here, but you know, at the same time, I smell the mangoes, I smell the lime zest, I smell the salinity, a little bit of the base beer. What more can you ask for? I just feel like this is gonna be super refreshing at 7.2%, hopefully. Anyway, cheers everybody, and thanks again, Alex. That's nice. Yeah, super refreshing. Holy shit. Oh. First thing is the body on this one, not super watery. 7.2% is like medium body. I think it's appropriate. It's nice. Mouthfeel, it's crisp. It's super refreshing, relatively clean. Well, I said after that first sip at the end, I was like, oh. In the back of the palate, I'm left with this really nice mixture of lime and salt, almost margarita-esque or whatever you want to say. Like, it just has a nice kind of feeling on the back of the palate, the finish. Right up front, though, a little bit of that bready, slight, grainy, almost crackery malt base. There's also a nice, strong, moderate tartness at the forefront. Pass through the palate. The salinity hits and kind of sticks with you into the finish. Those other fruits like the mangoes, the soursop, they're kind of in there, but really I'm just tasting mango. And it's like a, I'd say it's a ripe mango. It's not overripe, it's not underripe, it's a ripe mango. There's a little bit of sweetness there. But mid-palate is where that lime zest kind of really takes over and carries to the back of the palate. And I'm left with this nice lime sensation, but it dries out the palate significantly. This is almost full on dry. A lot of the sweetness, there's really no residual sweetness, kind of just goes away. And yeah, I mean, this is a super dry beer. Holy shit. I'd say more of the sweetness hits front of the palate, mid palate, and just kind of dissipates. Yeah, quite dry. I mean, there's a little bit of residual sweetness. I take that back, a little bit on the back, but I really like that finish of that lime and that the salinity just kind of mixing in, giving me like slight margarita kind of vibes to it. Really nice. It's nothing mind-blowing, but, you know, here, I'm glad I drank this now instead of March, because you're talking about middle of summer and it's warm out. And yeah, this is just going down very easily. Pour the rest into the glass here. See if there's any goodies at the bottom. Probably not going to matter much with the Gose. No, good beer though. Can't really taste the 7.2%. Drinks quite easily. Drinks more like a 6%, 5.5%, 6% Gose. And yeah, pretty damn good. Nothing, like I said, mind-blowing, but good for this weather. So I'm going to give Nightmare Brewing Company's Colombian Necktie a straight 4 out of 5. I think it works. You know, if I've had Soursop and Lulo before and whatnot, maybe I'd be able to pick those out a little easier. As is, I really can't. I do get the mangoes, do get the lime, definitely get the salinity from the Gose base. And this is just a really super refreshing summer beverage that they may have released. I don't know when they released this one. I don't think they would have released this one in like February or March, but who knows nowadays. I mean, I'm not a guy that is a seasonal drinker. I'll drink this in the middle of winter. I'll drink a big Imperial Stout in the middle of summer. Doesn't matter to me. But I feel like a beer like this would have been great to release in the summertime or at least the spring. So I don't know. Alex, if you know when you got your hands on this, let me know. I appreciate you sending it my way. Price and availability, I have no idea. I just know Nightmare is a gypsy brewer. We get the stuff in the Western New York area. I think they get into other states, so I can't really tell you their distro, but they definitely get out there. Let's just say that. And price point, when it comes to Nightmare stuff, they range anywhere from like $5 to $8 from what I've seen here in my area. So if this is like $5 or $6, yeah, it's fun to try. Would I buy it again at that price point? Probably not. But I don't know exactly how much this costs, but it's a fun beer to try for sure. So appreciate Alex giving this one to me, sending it my way. I appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here in the Beer Patrol. Hopefully you're drinking something that's a summer crusher here in the middle of summer where it's super hot. And if not, well, get your hands on some potentially. Anyway, cheers everyone.